What's going on, guys? Ted from Nerd Immersion here, and I am back with yet another unboxing, and this time, we've got Tabletop Artisans Adventurers Kit. So, it says fragile, so I'm going to try to be careful as I open this here. You guys may have seen this and may not realize what the name was. It was debuted on Geek and Sundry for a little while. They had like a GIF of someone opening it. I'm trying to be careful because this one actually can potentially damage with a knife. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the first box here, and then I'll put stuff, over here like we do. So, okay, first of all, with the lid comes off Tabletop Artisans. Put that, and then we have this nice piece of like vellum paper. First, thank you again. This would not have been possible without people like you and we are eternally grateful. We've spent quite a bit of time crafting these, and we're excited we finally get to share this one with you. Second, we've done a lot to make sure every adventurer's kit is as perfect as possible. However, if anything is wrong, please let us know right away. We will make it right. Contact blah blah blah. Third, we can't wait to see how you use this kit. Please send us your photos and videos using the hashtag Tabletop Artisans. We'll share as many as we can on our Facebook page. Lastly, we have some advice on how to use this for the best results. Always, always, always use the foam. But what if it's a short trip? Use the foam. But what if it's full already? Use foam. But what if there's nothing breakable? Use foam, all caps and bolded. Place enough foam in the kit so it applies sufficient pressure to ensure everything stays in place and your kit is ready to use the minute you arrive at your gaming location. What if I lose or damage my foam? And you can check out the website to buy more. We'll have replacement foam and other parts listed there soon. My massive hand doesn't fit in the handle. The handle is made of full grain leather and might feel tight in the beginning, but will stretch to fit your hand over time. While the kit can get a little wet, it is not watertight. Please avoid soaking it. You will also find all the mini dividers and brackets between the layers of foam. This is how we recommend storing them for transportation. Don't feed the adventurer's kit after midnight. Call your mother, she misses you. Keep an eye on our YouTube page, and they have the link there for more information regarding the Adventurers Kit, and stay tuned to our upcoming projects on our Facebook page, facebook.com/tabletop-artisans. So, it was a very nice little letter. And then, oh baby, boom, we have the Tabletop Artisans Adventurers Kit. Now, this came in a plethora of different colors. I just want to make sure I open this the right way. I'm going to say it's probably like this. I went with the red dragon because I said, I'm only going to use this for one thing, right? So, do I want to go with just standard black? Do I want to go with just standard brown? And yes, it would look like a traditional briefcase, and that has its own merit in and of itself. But I mean, come on. Look at that. Red dragon scales. That's a beautiful thing. And here is the aforementioned leather handle on it. So, why don't we go ahead. I'm actually going to tilt this camera down a little bit so you won't get to see, just because there's a lot and I'll move it over. So we'll just bring the camera down a little bit. So we'll get a little bit of a duel here as we go. So we popped both of the clamps, and then we'll relieve the pressure. And then off comes the lid. Now, inside the lid we have this foam, and if we take out the foam, you can see here's the foam, all of the brackets that they had discussed. So I will put the brackets here on the foam, as it's actually been indented. So we have, you guys can see all this. We have these wooden pieces, which I'll explain what they do when we get to that point. We have a pencil, Tabletop Artisans pencil. We have another bracket, and then we have these guys, which have their own special purpose. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 8 of those. So we'll come back. Now, is there anything underneath this foam? Yes, there is. a felt dice rolling tray. So I'm going to put the piece of felt back in, just because we don't need the rolling tray. Oh, wait. And then there's another, you see that? That foam separated into 2 pieces. So I guess if you had more things you wanted to store, you'd put that under that foam. So that was the rolling tray. So let's put that away. We'll put this over here on the side. And we'll see what's contained within here. So we have a piece of wood with some fuzziness, and it says here, oops, due to our supplier's shortcomings, we were unable to provide magnetic push pins in time for shipping with your character sheet holder. As temporary substitute, we've installed an N52 neocadmium, or neodymium, I forget how you pronounce it, magnet rather, which is made of stardust and magic to hold your sheets securely in place. We will mail you magnetic push pins as soon as possible. We will get ASAP is figure 1, figure 2 is got now, and figure 3 is how we feel, which is very, very sorry. You can see there's the push pin, and this is very, oh man, that is a beautiful feel. I love that. And then we can see, because this is magnetic, we can just take up this piece out. We can put that piece of fuzziness over here. So then you have the real meat and potatoes of the Adventurers kit, is this here. So what do we have in here? First of all, we have a spot to hold your favorite die set. You can kind of see that right up here. I may have to do some finagling with the cameras, so we'll see. We also have spot to hold cards. We have the Tabletop Artisans branded, no less, go over here, branded USB charger, which has this holster that I believe this is what it's supposed to slide into here. And then this is the, nope, this is a pencil sharpener. I believe it's supposed to sit inside here, but I don't want to do that just yet. And then we have the cable. And then this is the little user manual for the power bank. So I'm going to move our dice rolling tray over here in front. I'm going to move our foam with all of our character sheet holders and all that off to the side, so we can put this front and center. So you can see here there are several bays. We take this piece of foam out. It's really fuzzy. Look how fuzzy. This fuzzy piece is also removable, but that's so soft. And we can see that's where some of those dividers would come into play. This piece comes out, which is the hold all of your dice. You put a set of polyhedral dice in there. So let's take a look and see what we can do in here. There's a spot to hold cards as well. I'm trying to remember because we have this fuzzy piece which goes like this to keep it safe, but that's what these guys are for. If you were to take these and slit them on here, you could then take this and put it like this if you wanted. And then let me just grab, I don't have any character sheets in front of me, but I'll grab some from off camera here. You could take the magnet that is here, and then you just, that way your character sheets don't fall off here, and you've got your character sheets all magnetically attached. And this is also nice because it gives you a writing surface. But remember, you're going to have your dice rolling tray, so you could have that separately. These are also large enough that you could hold a... actually, these are the big ones. There are smaller ones, which is probably what this is meant for. I just realized. You take these out, you can see there are different size clips. So if you grab these clips, try these guys instead. There we go. That's more designed for this. There is also, oops, knock everything all over the place, guys. Everything's fine. There is, I believe it's these ones. Yeah. So we'll take down our character sheet holder here. Because it won't work with these, really, but you could use these larger ones. Put them closer together, let's say, to hold a cell phone. Or, do we have any other bigger ones? We do. We could go over here, and then there's going to be a lot of jumping off camera for this one, but you want it to hold a cell phone or a tablet. Those are both options that you have with these larger hooks. And then I think we have a book. You can also use the larger hooks. Okay, sorry guys, bouncing all around, but you could, let's say you're the DM. We've got a monster manual right here. You could, if we say take off these two middle hooks, use it to hold open your D&D book of choice to a given page. So this is, well, this just says the Formorian section of the DMG. So that's what those clips are used for. So you have, I think I ordered extra clips, but I have 4 of the big deep clips, and I think I have 3 or 4 of the shallow clips. Yes, 4 of the shallow clips. Built in, we have in this tiny little container here, you can see is a pencil sharpener. So to keep your pencil, and you do have your Tabletop Artisans pencil. If you have, like, say, spell cards, you could set your spell cards in here like so. Keep your cards upright so you have access to your spells. You have several little areas to store dice. This, I believe this fuzzy piece was to put minis on, so that you could put the minis on and then cover them up with the foam and then keep the minis in place without them moving or being damaged. Again, you do have, I'm pretty sure that's what the purpose of this piece was to keep with the aesthetic, is that this Tabletop Artisans, yeah, power bank slides inside here. So inside of this is a power bank, so you can keep that in here with your stuff. So you also have access to quick charge. So we had some of these before, so we can talk about this. If we take out our piece of fuzz and we move our character sheet holder, because it's magnetic and it's sticking to the bottom here. Here we go. Sorry, this is landing on the clamps here. You can take these dividers, and I believe they can go in here. Let's see, because we have several of these areas, or we could take a divider and put it in, here we go. Put a divider in like this, and then say another divider in like this, if we wanted. And then this guy can go like this. Still learning here, people. So, you know what I mean? I'm doing a poor job of this, but maybe this is supposed to go. Probably, yeah. There we go. This goes down like that, and then you could put in a divider. I can get that to line up correctly. Come on. Maybe one of the other ones will line up better. There we go. To make a more, if you did want to say store minis or something, and you get this to line up just right, you have now a more, you can see the more cordoned off section here. So you have different options of what you can do. You can move your power bank and store it in here. You could split this up and put this, again, if we wanted to, over here. So you have a little bit more. These would be all big enough to store minis, and you'd have your piece of fuzz underneath, which we can actually remove the entire piece, and underneath it is also a red felt dice rolling tray. So you have plenty of room where you want to put this, so you can use either one as the dice rolling tray. It has this piece of ribbon to pull it up, so you don't have to worry about it getting stuck inside there. And then again, it also has the room that if you want, you can store books. You could put books inside it. So let's see if we can't do that. So let's go ahead and take off our character sheets here. We'll pop out our little dividers that we just put in. We'll put back our piece of fuzz, our furry little piece here. And then put back our piece of foam that goes over the fuzz. We'll put our pencil sharpener and our power brick back where they're supposed to go. And then we'll grab our little cable. And we'll put back our character sheet holster. And then on top of that, I believe, was a piece of foam. And then here in the lid, we had our dual layer of foam. So you had that monster manual. These are designed to fit your D&D books. So you could put several books on top if you didn't want to use the foam, or you didn't have, or you had other rooms. So you could say, take that piece out, put down a thin layer of foam, and then put on, I don't know, we'll say the monster manual, right? Just because we have it here. And then you would still have more than enough room. And I didn't put the dividers back in, but we could have fit them inside. And just push this down, this to line up correctly. There we go. Now we have with a book inside, so you can do your player's handbook. And if you really wanted to empty out all the stuff, I think you could probably put 3 to 4 books inside here, and it would still fit. So I am very excited about this. This is super cool. You know me, I'm a big fan of any kind of storage device that is also functional. Like, I love my Elderwood Academy spellbook. It's one of my favorite D&D accessories. I use it all the time. And then this guy just came along. I don't know, something about it just really resonated with me, and I said, you know, I need to have that. And now I do. There are more videos on their Facebook page and their YouTube that show the full configuration options. I was just doing quick what I could remember from those videos. But this was more of my real-time reaction to see how it works when I physically have it in hand. So, anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Did you get one of these Tabletop Artisans Adventurers kits? I believe they are available for purchase on their website, so you can just go pick one up if you didn't Kickstarter back it. There may not be as many colors, I'm not so sure, but if you go to try to get one now. But let me know what you think about this. Again, my video, like I said, was sort of just me kind of rambling, trying to show this off as best I could with my knowledge of what things look like. And again, you would take, when you have it open, you know, you'd have your dice rolling tray on one side, probably the other way, right? So you'd have your dice rolling tray here, and realistically, you'd probably have up on the top, like this, just to give you another example, to have your character sheet holder up in front like this in front of you. You'd be rolling your dice in here in the dice rolling tray, and then you have all of your other stuff access to it over here, your minis. Oh, and I didn't realize this piece of foam is pull apart foam. I don't think the big pieces are, they're just pieces of solid closed or open cell foam, but this piece, this is dragon pull apart foam, so you can actually pick out the pieces of the foam. I guess we can show that over here. You can see that the foam is perforated. So you could pick it apart to cut out the size of whatever mini you want so that the minis will sit within the foam so that they won't jostle around at all. But again, you could have this set up, and like we said before, because you could, if you are using your... So I didn't even think about putting the hooks on the front. I was only putting them on the near side. Let's see, where's another hook? So you could have this set up with, you know, your phone over here, like this, or your phone up here in the front, or your tablet with your spellbook app. You could even have your book, you know, your monster manual up there, or whatever. Your character sheets here in front of you. You got plenty of room to roll all of your dice. You got your little power bank to make sure your cell phone stays charged. And then again, you can store minis, coins, spell cards, whatever you want to do in here. And then again, you have the spot for like your premier dice set can go right in there. And then again, a couple other storage options. So now that I'm actually looking at it and sitting it in front of me like I would actually be playing D&D, it makes a lot more sense as to what you would actually do. Because again, like I said, we could take our cell phone, put our cell phone here in front. You can't really see it because I'm hiding it behind, well, we'll just do it over here. You know, you could have your cell phone here on this thing. And if we grab the other wide hook, put it one here. Ooh, I don't know if I can just find it because it's all lost in front of me. Ugh. Where is that? And I did, like I said, I did order extra set of hooks just to have them because I figured it would make more sense. So you have this, and then you could even use this as your, you know, it's sort of like a DMing station, right? And you put the book, oops, I'm a little off. You gotta make sure you spread them out far enough though, so you have the active support that you need. And then, yeah, there we go. So we separate this out though, so that that's held there. Now, I have my character sheet, my dice. I've got my cell phone in front here. I've got a book open. And there's nothing to say that you couldn't put this on the side of this as well if you wanted. You have your dice, you have your room to roll. This is a lot of really cool things. And again, the configurations, I'm not going to say they're limitless, but you have a lot of options of what you can do, just limited by your imagination. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for my Tabletop Artisans Adventurers Kit unboxing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is worth it? Do you think I chose poor color choices? I'm curious what you guys have to say. And did this video make you want to get one? Is there something they could do to better entice you to purchase their product? Because, you know, I'm going to reach out to them and show, you know, let them know when I upload this video. And if they go and check out the comments and you guys have things that you want to say about what you think they should change or shouldn't change, let me know, and I'll make sure I can try to get that information to them. So, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and yet again, happy holidays. Spend time with families, you know, and friends, play some games, and hopefully you guys roll all natural 20s on your gift giving and gift receiving. And yeah, I will see you next time.